What's up, everyone? So, I told myself when this whole debacle in free agency ended, I'd finally make a video um, that it's over. As some of you know, I'm a diehard White Sox fan. Unfortunately, I know there's not much of us. There's about 1,000 of us in the world. Make the jokes all you want. It is what it is. But I just want to go over a few things. Finally, that the off season is basically over. You still got names out there like Keuchel, Gio Gonzalez, other players like that. Um, so I just want to go over a few things. Basically, just about the White Sox. That's all I fucking care about right now. Fuck your team. I don't care. My team sucks. You can say whatever the fuck you want about them. I don't give a fuck. We suck dick. All right. Um, I really don't know where to start. I jotted a few things down to talk about because my dumb ass likes to forget about shit. Um, so here we go. Basically, you went into the off season, and there was two guys, two guys who, excuse me, you said you coveted, you said you wanted, and then hell, I even saw a report at one time saying, let's get women. We're looking at both of them. We're looking at both of them. I saw one report come out a while back. If they fail out on Manny, they're gonna go after Bryce. Um, Rick said this offseason money wouldn't be an issue, and to a diehard White Sox fan like myself, and I know there's a lot of us out. I know there's 1,000 of us out there. We believed them. We jumped into the hype, and obviously the hype let us down. But let's just get into it. A lot of comments were made. I remember Rick. It was either Rick or Kenny. I want to say Rick. Rick Hahn said, you know. Um, he said, we feel Eloy Jimenez can be the type of player that Bryce Harper and Manny Machado is. Could be true. Could also be extremely fucking false. This is a guy who's, 22, 23 years old, maybe 21. He's really young. There's a lot of people in the Cubs organization that love the guy. But a lot of things can go wrong with prospects. Nothing is guaranteed. You can absolutely rake in Double A, Triple A, Single A, all of them. You can tear the cover off the ball on all of them, and that doesn't mean a damn thing. That doesn't mean anything. Cool, you have potential. Gordon Beckham had potential, and look at him. We thought Tim Anderson was going to be one of the best hitters. I don't want to say in the league, but one of the better hitters, and he hits 240, 250 a season. After coming off of really, at least I thought, a really good rookie season that looked really promising. But there's a lot of potential in Tim, and he has the opportunity to turn it around. But the biggest thing about me that upset me, and we'll get more into it later, was with Harper Machado is you literally took prospects over Hall of Famers. And I'm not joking when I say it. And you see the jerseys right here. I'm a diehard Harper fan. I love Bryce Harper. He's the best thing to happen since baseball, since McGwire and Sosa. I don't give a fuck what you have to say. He is the best thing to happen to baseball in over 20 years. So fuck all you old timers that say Bryce Harper's not good for the game. Suck my fucking dick. Fuck all y'all. You don't know what you're talking about, all right? And hey, these are my opinions. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about to some of you guys, but Bryce Harper's the best thing to happen in baseball. But let's just go over this really quick. And I have a lot more jerseys in my closet, but I just took two that were right there. You got Michael Kopech, who motherfucker throws a million miles an hour, threw his arm out, and now you don't really know what you're going to get. And Tommy John isn't what it was 20, 30 years ago. Tommy John is actually pretty common. A lot of things can... a lot of players go through it now, especially pitchers. You're starting to see some position players that go through it, and they're back in 8 months or whatever it is, less than a year. And granted, it's a little bit different for a position player, but Kopech fucking blows his arm out, and what looked promising the first 3-4 starts he had. I was at his first start, and it was electrifying. There was a lot of people there, just screaming his name, and a lot of Kopech jerseys. I wore that jersey the day he got called up. I had it made, and I wore it. I was screaming like a little kid. It was a great day, but nobody really knows what you're getting out of him. He was the second biggest part of the sale trade, and I'll get into this later with Rick Hahn and and whatnot, and everyone wanted to say, "Oh, Rick is some glorified GM because he traded Chris Sale." Did you get a good return? Yeah. Could you got a better return? You're damn right. From what I heard was you wanted Benintendi first, and you settled for Kopech and Machado. Not a bad return, but you should have got more, and you could have gotten more. And when it's all said and done, you could have got you may have got a better return for Quintana, and I think Chris Sale is light years ahead of Jose Quintana. Chris Sale is on an average day, I think, is better than Quintana, honestly, and it's just the way it is. The next player who I think has a lot of potential, and I think this year is a breakout year, but still prospects over Hall of Famers, I don't get it. Moncada. I love young Moncada. The kid has all the talent in the world to be great. He really does. He possesses everything. He's a 5-tool player. He can hit, run, steal, catch the ball. He can do it all. He can hit for power. He can do it all. Again, and this is what gets to me when you take prospects over Hall of Famers. Do you understand what a guy like this in your lineup would have did for you? We're not just talking. I'll take Bryce Harper out of the equation because we know we're going to get 30 homers, 90-plus RBIs, maybe at 270, 280, but a 900 OPS. But no, we're cool. We're cool with the Daniel Palkas in right field. We're cool with the Adam Engels in fucking left or center, wherever his bum ass plays. We're cool with that. We're cool with Nicky Delmonico in left for 2 weeks until Eloy comes up because the White Sox like mediocrity, and it is what it is. But a player like Bryce Harper, Manny Machado, can you imagine batting a Bryce Harper and Manny Machado in front of a Moncada, in front of an Eloy, that would put some sort of protection in the lineup? Like, hey, put Bryce Harper behind, or Manny behind Eloy, behind Moncada, behind Jose. Jose's never had help, I think. But can you imagine the protection in the lineup? And you'd sit here, if you got a guy on second and, there's one out and you're up by a run and Moncada comes up the bat, and next is Harper. You gonna walk Moncada to get to Harper? Probably fucking not. Unless you're fucking Joe Madden, who walks him 4 or 5 times intentionally in a game, or it's Barry Bonds with the Giants when he gets walked with the bases loaded, intentionally walked. You took prospects over Hall of Famers, and that's you can't do that. Could the prospects be good? Sure they can. But something you can't do. The deals weren't bad. And anybody who wants to sit here and say, oh, Manny Machado is a piece of shit for taking the Padres deal, no, he's not. That's guaranteed money. Hell no. Any man in their right mind, I don't give a fuck what anybody says. Any man in their right mind is taking $300 million over $250 million. End of story. And we'll get into some comments that Ken Williams said yesterday, I believe, that absolutely outraged every White Sox fan there is, pissed him off like no other, and we'll get into that shit later. Manny Machado's deal was not bad. The White Sox didn't put a better deal out there. They were asked by Dan Lozano, hey, beat it, and they said we'll do 8 for $250 with two option years if he can do incentives and he can make more. If he wants to be a richer man, again, we'll get into that later because that's a whole different topic with Ken Williams. The deal for Bryce Harper, people say, oh, I don't want to be in on 13 years with Bryce. Is it a 13 years? That's a long-ass time. You're going to be paying a man basically $26 million a year. And maybe, when you get to year 8 or 9, Bryce may decline quite a bit. But Bryce Harper is a great player, but Bryce Harper is an elite brand. Elite. I saw something today and I jotted it down. The Phillies ticket sales. Yesterday, before they signed Bryce Harper, maybe 2 days ago, they had already sold 200,000 more tickets than they did the year before on the same day. You know how many tickets they sold yesterday afternoon in probably a 4 or 5 hour span? 100,000 tickets. How many jerseys are they going to sell? How many people are going to go out there and buy every fucking Phillies jersey there is with the name Harper and 34 on the back? They're going to get home, away, alternate, road alternate, home alternate, whatever the hell it is, classic. They're going to get them all. And the Phillies are going to bank money on this. Good for the Phillies, man. They spoke to their word. They're going to spend stupid money, and they did. Granted, they didn't get both, Machado and Harper, but they got Harper, McCutchen, I think they got Gene Segura, whatever. They got players. No, you can't talk shit to them. They got players. They did what they wanted to do. Harper pays for himself, like I just said, with jerseys, with everything Bryce Harper brings to the table as a player. Look at the brand that Bryce Harper brings to the city, your team. I mean, this guy is going to be fucking dropping the puck at a game for the Flyers. This dude's going to be at a game for the Eagles doing the fucking coin toss. He's literally going to be everywhere. Everywhere. He's going to be at Sixers games, sitting courtside, cheering for Embiid, Simmons, Jimmy Butler, Tobias Harris, all of them. He's going to be doing it all. This literally could have been the White Sox. And the thing that pissed me off the most when they said, oh, Manny didn't take our deal, and then they were asked about Bryce Harper, and then Rick Hahn lied on 670 The Score again and said the phone line's always open. No, it wasn't. No, it fucking wasn't. Don't lie to us, Rick, because you've lied to us a lot, and that's the biggest thing I can't stand about you right now is how much you've lied. That's an insult to our intelligence, man. The people like me who, I spend money like an idiot to go there, get drunk, spend fucking damn near $10 on a beer, buy my kid something at the damn store that's overpriced just because he wants it, buy us food that's overpriced because he's hungry. I pay for your stupid parking. I pay for your stupid ass tickets to go watch a AA ball club. It's getting annoying. It's getting to a point now that I'm not the only White Sox fan that can't deal with it. I'll tell you that right now. Out of the 1,000 of us that are out there, there's a lot of us that are pissed off, and a lot of them are okay with mediocrity, and I really don't understand why, because you look at the Cubs on the north side who are doing everything possible to win. Everything. They've been to the 4 pennant appearances. I mean, what else do they have to do to make Jerry, Rick, and Kenny be like, man, we really got to start doing something? They've already taken over the city. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. They've already taken over the city. Maybe these dumbasses will get something in their mind that says, hey, we need to do something about this. My next thing is, 1 second, my fucking shit's fucking up. 1 sec, guys. 1 second. The shit's retarded. Sorry, I'm just started using this shit, so it's gonna take a little bit of time. So, and that next thing is you look at winning. I'm looking right now, the last time the White Sox had a losing record in a decade was the 1980s, where they went 758 and 802. In the 2000s, they went 857 and 764, and they made the playoffs 3 times, maybe 4, but 3 times I know for sure, with a 529 win percentage. In 1990s, they went 816 and 735 with a 526 win percentage, so relatively the same. And in the 2010s, they're 671 and 787 with a 460 win percentage. Again, you took prospects. We'll get off the prospect thing because I talk about that way too much. You brought in players, and we won't even bring up Machado about this, but you brought in players like Yonder Alonso and John Jay, who are good players. I think they are. I think they're good fill-in players until your glorified prospects get up here. But that just counts for another 100-loss season in the top 3 to top 5 draft pick. And, hey, Rick Hahn said it. The White Sox are mired in mediocrity. I guess Rick is okay with mediocrity because I'll tell you what, as a fan, it pisses me off. It really does, and I really don't know what to say about it. But that's that. We'll leave that at that because my word about winning really doesn't mean shit to the guys in the front office. They don't give a single fuck about it. So I don't want to say why should I care, but why should I sit here and fucking pour my heart and emotions into this fucking organization when they don't care about us? They really don't. So that's that about Harper and Machado. You could have had this guy. You literally could have had this fucking guy. And you could have gave him the money. You could have had Machado. You had a matching offer, and I bet he would have came here. And you chose not to because, again, we'll get into the things later. My next topic and the thing that really didn't irritate me up until yesterday, when Ken Williams decided to have an interview with Dale Van Schoen from the Chicago Tribune, I believe. Sorry if I'm wrong. And there's just a few quotes I wrote down right here I want to read to you guys. Excuse me. And one of the big quotes he said in the article, I'll drink some water really quick, was I was going to say it has already passed for us, but Rick and I were talking about it yesterday, and it hasn't bleeping passed. It's okay. It's okay, Ken. You can swear, because I've let out a lot of F-bombs. You're fucking retarded. You're a fucking piece of shit. You're a fucking terrible vice president. You were shouldn't say you were a terrible fucking general manager, but I don't think you were good. I think 2005 you got lucky, honestly. Granted, you did put together a good team, but I think you got a little lucky with a few things. But we're not talking about 2005 here. Another quote, and these quotes get funnier and funnier. And wait till the last quote, or one of the last quotes that really grinded my gears. But here's another one. It's a shame if it's being portrayed that we were on the cheap on this thing. That's really interesting because holy shit, that's $250 million we offered with a chance to be higher than what he's getting with Machado. We extended ourselves as far as we could without jeopardizing what we're going to need to do in the future. Well, your offer wasn't the best like you said you thought it was the best. Manny took the better offer at $300 million fucking dollars, as any man would, as your dumbass would have if you had a good baseball career, but we know you didn't. And I know I'm going to get people, if people see this, they'll comment or on Twitter or whatever, social media, well, you're not in the fucking MLB, so I don't need to be in the fucking MLB to evaluate talent, because I guarantee I can evaluate talent better than those dumb fucks out there. I bet I can evaluate talent better than dumbass fucking Nick Hostetler, who can't evaluate talent to save his fucking life. Or how about Rick Hahn, who's drafting a fucking reliever in the first round, I believe with like the 11th or 12th pick, and then he blows his fucking arm out. Let's start evaluating talent. How about that one? Let's evaluate fucking talent, because I'll sit down and tell you who sucks and who doesn't suck. You want to evaluate talent? Let's look at your fucking starting left fielder in Delmonico, who's absolutely fucking dick. Straight fucking dick. Straight dick. Or how about Adam Engel? Everyone says, oh, we love how he's a hard worker and he's blue collar, perfect for the White Sox, and that's what we want in our players. You want a player who by July is going to be batting probably 170, but don't worry, he's got an average glove, who's going to be batting 170, and he's currently probably fighting for a fucking job in spring training over John Jay? That's what you want on your team? I don't know. I'd rather have me fucking Bryce Harper and Manny Machado, who I know when they come into fucking Glendale, they don't have to worry about a job because they're going straight to Chicago after that, and they're going to have a job on March 30th or whatever the fucking day is. But again, what do I know? What do I know? And they could be stopgap players or fill-in players until your prospects are up, but again, what do I know? I just sit here and I cheer for this fucking shitty team because I'm an idiot. On to the next quote from Ken Williams. Rest assured that no one is feeling what Rick and I are feeling because every single day since June of last year, and we're going to get into that, ladies and gentlemen, this is what we had planned for. The pursuit of both Harper and Machado. Harper was well out of our range. With Machado, the last quote I read, I accidentally interfered. With Machado, we extended ourselves as far as we could without jeopardizing what we're going to do in the future. So let's start from the beginning. Rest assured that no one is feeling what Rick and I are feeling because every single day since June of last year. Are you feeling like shit? I guarantee you are, and I'm not even trolling. I bet you're feeling like shit just like White Sox fans are. I really do. But what's funny about this quote right here, every single day since June of last year. So June of 2018, you were planning on this, huh? Okay. Since June of last year, you knew Manny wasn't going to end the season with Baltimore. You knew that. You knew Manny was going to be traded. It was a smart move by Baltimore to trade him and at least get something for him. He goes to L.A. Before the season even ends. There was reports from a few outlets that said Manny wanted $300 million. So you say you got yourself at the table. You got yourself a seat at the table. You did. You got yourself a seat at the table, Ken. But you weren't at the big boy table. You really weren't. You know, you weren't at the big boy table. As a matter of fact, you were at the big boy table, but you were over there in your high chair playing with your fucking mac and cheese and your chicken nuggets, dipping in your fucking ketchup and eating your crayons. That's what the fuck you were doing, Ken. Because really, you weren't doing anything. You know what really pisses me off is your job isn't to manage the roster or anything like that. Don't fucking speak about the roster because you suck at it. That's fucking Rick Hahn's job. And Rick represents this organization a lot better than your dumbass does because I don't know why you have a fucking job to begin with. You are a fucking dumbass. You're incompetent. You should not have anything to do with this organization whatsoever. But you're here because Jerry's the most loyalist piece of shit I've ever ever known of in my fucking life. You shouldn't have a job. It goes by the term It's not what have you done for me, it's what have you done for me lately. And, you know, you haven't done anything for the White Sox lately. When you were the GM, cool, you got us a few 75, 80-win seasons, but that got us nowhere. That did nothing for us. It's not your job to talk about the roster, so shut the fuck up, please. Shut the fuck up. Do us all a favor. This is what we had planned for. What'd you plan for? Did you plan to hype up White Sox fans and maybe get a few ticket sales out of this? Did you plan to get Yonder Alonso and John Jay? Did you plan for all that, Ken? Because your plan fucking failed. It was fucking trash. Fucking trash. And a lot of people are going to say, well, Rick Hahn's the GM. You're damn right he is. But Rick Hahn isn't the dumbass who's going to go on a fucking news outlet and say these goddamn comments like a fucking idiot and then have to sit here and just blow him over your fucking shoulder like nothing happened. Something did fucking happen. You fucked up, Ken. It's that simple. Accept the fact you fucked up and call it a day. Harper was well out of your range. And this is what we go into, and I'll get this later. I won't get to this later because it's annoying to speak about now. But Rick Hahn did say over the offseason money wouldn't be a problem. They wouldn't run into any restrictions. Well, we did. We did. We didn't want to pay Manny $300 million. We couldn't do that. And, you know, that was something that, you know, to a lot of White Sox fans, when you lie to us, you slap us in the fucking face and you insult our intelligence like you did. And that really was that was a slap in the face, and we didn't appreciate that, Rick. So next time, you know, you want to use a mediocrity quote, maybe you should look in the mirror and realize you're a little mediocre. Harper was out of your range. We understand that. Harper was out of a lot of people's range. We understand that. But you owed it to us. And I'm not a fan of participation trophies, but you should have been in the mix for Harper down to the last second. I don't care what you say. I should have heard on every news outlet, ESPN, Yahoo, 670 The Score, whatever it is. I should have heard everything that said the White Sox were in on Bryce Harper, but really they weren't. They conceded on that. And that's that. That's that. Another quote. I got two more quotes. People are lost on the fact that on a yearly basis, our offer was more than San Diego's. Let's see, is 31 and a quarter bigger than 26? Or bigger than 30? It is. It is. You know, it is. 31 and a quarter is bigger than 30. The AAV's bigger. So it was about years guaranteed. Is 10 bigger than 8? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, I put more fingers up when I count to 10. So I think 10 is better than 8. So there's an agreement that could be made that our offer was better of the two. Oh man, that's mind-boggling, honestly. Look at this fucking fool. Look at this fucking fool. There's an agreement that could be made that our offer was better of the two. No, it really wasn't. It really fucking wasn't. That $50 million, if it came down to it to where it was $10 million or so, and then there was a chance after 8 years, you know, he's starting to hit a little decline and can maybe get free agency, get one more decent deal, I would understand that agreement. But I really don't, Ken. You sound like a fucking retard. Shut the fuck up, please. Just shut the fuck up, because you make us look... We were the team that was going to be the next powerhouse in the MLB with the future we had and the prospects and the money, the cap flexibility we had. We can buy anyone we wanted, and you guys shit the bed because Rick's over here with his dick in his right hand, your dick in his left hand while he's gargling Jerry's balls, and everyone's acting like it's okay. And then to finish that quote off, now listen to this, everybody. It certainly had more upside for him. All he had to do was basically stay healthy. One sec, guys. Stay healthy, you say? Stay healthy. Ken, let me ask you a question. Healthy is a big word in Chicago. You know, and now that Herm Schneider's gone, I expect all hell to fucking break loose. But we'll start here. What's going on in Glendale right now? Why is Dane Dunning getting hurt? Is it Basabi that just broke a fucking finger in his fucking thumb? Or his hand, whatever it was? Broke a bone in his hand? What happened to Kopech? Eloy can't stay healthy. Dylan Cease has blown his arm out before. Lucas Giolito has blown his arm out before. You know, I can go on and on with these healthy things that you talk about that you think being healthy is the easiest thing. Healthy isn't hard. You take care of your body. You do everything right. You know, and the funniest thing about it is we can't stay healthy to save our fucking life into the Chicago organization. And I don't really know what the fuck the problem is. But you expected a man, and granted, the offer from what I heard was 10 years, $320. You know, with the 2 incentive years, a lot of money. But again, like I said, if it came down to 10, 20 million of what's going to happen, he's going to go with the bigger offer. It's that simple. He took guaranteed money. Why don't you go ask Prince Fielder and Chris Bosh what guaranteed money means to them? Go ask them. I'll fucking look it up right now. Chris Bosh and Prince Fielder are still getting paid to this day from the Miami Heat. And I think Prince Fielder from the Rangers. Is that who he retired with? The Rangers? So I know he signed that big deal with Detroit and was traded after a year or two. Go ask them. Go ask them how that's going. Okay? Because I guarantee they're enjoying retirement right now while getting a fucking check every fucking year or whenever they get paid. Go ask them what that means. Last quote from dumbass Ken Williams. Our fans would have been more disappointed in our inability to keep this next core together. We would have overextended ourselves had we gone to an uncomfortable level. Again, I'll make this short and quick. We don't know what that next core is going to do. They can shit the bed. Nobody really fucking knows. And that's that. You should have fucking signed him. End of story. You should have did everything in your fucking power to make sure Manny Machado is wearing a fucking jersey like this. That's what you should have did, you dumb fuck. Look at your fucking picture. Look how fucking stupid you look. Clean your fucking teeth, you fucking bum. Clean your fucking teeth, you dumbass. Clean that fucking little scrub up you got there, you geriatric fuck. I can tell by looking at this picture you fucking sit around Jerry Reinsdorf too much with that stupid ass fucking smile you got. And then you make the dumbass comment yesterday. I'm sitting here with my shades on so people don't see the shock in my face. The shock in your eyes, motherfucker. Really? Your eyes? You see these fucking eyes? You see these fucking eyes? This is called shock. This is shock. Having to hear on the fucking radio from Jeff Passan or whoever the fuck it was that Machado's going to the fucking Padres. Machado's fucking better than Bryce Harper. Better fucking player. And you fucking let him walk for less fucking money. Fucking insane. Over the term of the contract, less money. And then that's the funny thing, is you pass up on Bryce Harper when you could have you could have gotten him cheaper. We're done with you. I pray to God you lose your fucking job, because in the real world, and maybe you live in Jerry's world and that's how Jerry is, but I know in the real world at work, when you're not performing up to par, you get fired. Hey, I know you're not performing up to par. Why do you have a job? That's what I want to know. Next, we get to this old fuck, and I'll keep this short and sweet. Please sell the fucking team and the Bulls. No one here likes you. No one wants you. You're a piece of shit. You pay goddamn near nothing for that stadium. Goddamn near nothing. You just got a fucking quote-unquote TV deal with NBC Sports Chicago that's going to pay you a fuck ton of money because they're going to have the Blackhawks, Bulls, and White Sox on there. So you're going to get that revenue, or you're going to get that money from the Bulls and the White Sox. And you couldn't spend any money. No money on a fucking player like Bryce Harper. None. What is your problem, dude? What the fuck is going through your dumbass old head that you can't see the problem here? That's a Hall of Fame type player, and you fucking just let him go. You're not going to see that again. Mike Trout ain't coming here. Mookie Betts ain't coming here. Bryce Harper ain't coming here. Manny Machado was the least desirable free agent for the next 3 to 5 years. Premium free agent, that is, and you couldn't even reel him in. And I think Manny Machado's better than fucking Bryce Harper. I think he's a better player. But what do I know? You're cheap, Jerry. You're fucking cheap. I don't want to hear people say, oh, but he spent money on Albert Bell. And? That was fucking 25 years ago. 22, 23 years ago. Get over it. I was fucking 4 years old. Get over it. I don't want to hear, oh, but he gave Jose Abreu a nice deal. Cool. Your biggest... This is fucking sickening. The biggest deal in White Sox history is a $68 million deal. A lot of money, sure. A lot of money can change everybody's life. But you want to win one more time for your old ass croaks, and you don't want to give out a big deal. That's shocking to me. I don't want to hear we paid $52 million for Luis Robert because I don't give a fuck. I don't care. I don't give a single fuck. Why don't you pay that for a player who's already proven? How about that one? I don't want to hear, I had to pay Derrick Rose. I paid Joakim Noah. Well, you kind of had to pay Derrick Rose. You didn't really have a say-so. You're worth $1.6 billion fucking dollars. $1.6 billion fucking dollars. And you refuse to bring in a star that will make you more money. Bryce Harper would have made you more money. Whether you want to believe that or not, you cheap fuck. You know, I can say some things that are bad, but I won't because I'm a better person. But, man, I can't wait for ownership to be in different hands because I have a feeling in the next 5 to 10 years it's going to be different. And I pray for the fucking day. I really do. So that's enough of your geriatric ass. Now, this guy right here, when Rick came out a few years ago in 2016, traded Sale, traded Eaton, and those players, you know, people thought, hey, you know, we're rebuilding, blah, 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 blah. And Rick finally came out and said we're rebuilding, and the fans got hyped. I got hyped. I think every White Sox fan got hyped at a rebuild. They're finally going to fix this fucking debacle that is trash, that is just fucking terrible. They're going to fix it. And Rick was a savior to many people. I didn't buy into it. I didn't, because I said, you know what, there's a lot of GMs that go through rebuilds, and they're not easy in baseball. They're not, because not every prospect is going to be a top-tier player like you think they will be. Excuse me. And I look now, and you know, when Rick lied to White Sox fans and said money wouldn't be a problem, and money ended up being a problem, you know, to Kenny Williams. That's what Kenny said. You know, I really don't know what to say. You lied to us, Rick. You slapped us in the fucking face. You insulted our intelligence. You knew what your budget was. You knew what your budget was. You knew it. Don't sit here and say money won't be a problem. You knew Manny wasn't signing anywhere until he got $300 million. You knew it. But for some reason, you, Kenny, and Jerry thought you can, again, play your little game in your high chair at the table while eating your fucking crayons and eating your mac and cheese and chicken nuggets while everyone else is eating fucking $500 plate steaks and whatnot. That's what you thought you can do. The fucking Dodgers and Padres over here and the Phillies are fucking eating steak while you're eating chicken nuggets, crayons, and mac and cheese. I mean, whatever floats your boat. Your job is to get Kenny to agree or get Jerry to spend whatever it is on a player. You didn't do that. You failed. I've said it before and I'll say it again. If there's no playoffs by 2020, you need to go. You need to get on the boat. Kenny needs to be behind you, and hopefully Jerry's sailing that boat away while you guys are heading off into retirement. Because I want all you guys gone. I really do. But I know it's not all your fault. I feel bad for you because I do feel Jerry came up to you and said, hey, this is all we're going on Manny. Look at this fucking guy's face. Look at his fucking face. Look at that shit. That is fucking sad. That is fucking sad. That's the face of a man who has just been defeated. This is the face that was fucking Rick after hearing the news. Man, that's the fit photo. That's him in Arizona last week or 2 weeks ago, whenever last Tuesday, of Manny going to San Diego. That's him having to answer questions. And at first thought, I said, man, this is all his fault. But in all reality, was it really? I don't know. Not all his fault, but a decent amount. You know, you failed miserably. You lied to us. And as a diehard fan, I can't believe you ever again. You say, we're going to spend the money when the time is right. When is the time right, Rick? When is the time going to be right to where you want to spend the money? I know it's going to happen. Kenny Williams is going to jump in because he's an egotistical maniac, and you guys will go sign Manny Machado in 9 years when he opts out or whatever, and he's a free agent at age 34, and you'll give him a fucking $80 million deal, and then you'll rant and rave that this is the biggest deal in franchise history, and we've been targeting Manny for the last 10 years since June of 2018. I mean, it's getting old, And I'm going to end this video very quickly because it's getting old talking about it. I just wanted to make this video so everybody sees how White Sox fans feel. And thank God it's over. I'm over it. I'm over Harper. And again, that's my boy, my favorite player in the league. I don't know if I'll ever get over Manny, of me thinking he'll be in a White Sox uniform, because that shit hurt. And you know, I don't think I'll ever get over that one. So, you know, maybe we'll make another video down the road. Again, I just come on here, I voice my opinions. I like to see what other people think. I want people to hear what I think. This is what I believe. And who knows? Maybe Eloy does become a superstar. Maybe Cease does become a Cy Young winner, and that's all we can hope for right now, because it doesn't look promising as the White Sox bringing in a star to jumpstart this rebuild. And as a fan, I pray to God it does. I do. But you know, it's not promising. I wish it was, but it's not. And we'll leave it at that, guys. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoy the video. Let me know your opinions are, how you feel about all of it. Hey, if you're a Padres fan, if you're a Phillies fan, I ain't talking shit about you guys. You guys went out there and did work. You guys did fucking everything you had to do and then some. I know the video is going to be a little long. I ain't editing shit out. I'm too fucking lazy for that. But again, if you're a Phillies fan, a Padres fan, shit, talk all the shit you want to me. Listen, I gave enough shit on Twitter this offseason. You know, you guys have the more right to talk shit back to me, and I'll accept it all. I was able to give it. I got to be able to receive it. So that's that, guys. Thanks for watching, and you know, we'll get back on later days, guys. But go White Sox, and hope things change. So you guys have a good one. Thanks for watching. Love y'all. Peace out, man.